Pitter patter, let's get the fuck at her. Happy Murphy's Law fucking Monday. As always, we have Jimbo, Nicole, and Jen with us today. How we all doing today? Doing great. Okay, fantastic. Well,
Wonderful for you guys. I'm so glad you're doing great.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Murphy's Law Monday.
I'm not the great, but I'm just trying to go with the flow.
So tonight we are going to have at the end of the show, we're going to show a little bit of a clip from the interview with Zach earlier today. That's going to get dropped on Thursday night. Tomorrow we're doing the interview with Keith, and tonight we are going to talk about Murphy's Law fucking Monday. Everybody has a shitty day, and it's okay not to be okay. But there are some forces that are out there that just literally fuck with everything, right? And that's Murphy's Law. So we're going to start out with Nicole, and we're going to get us kicked off with a little bit of the history about Murphy's Law. And let's see what you got, Nicole.
Okay, so the guy that invented Murphy Law was Edward Aosis Murphy Jr., and he was an American aerospace engineer. Is it mine?
I don't know. I'm muted.
Hello?
I think you're good now.
Okay, I'll start over. Okay, so the guy that invented Murphy Law was this American aerospace engineer, and his name was Edward Aloysius Murphy Jr. Of course, I had to have Murphy because Murphy's Law. And he worked on the safety critical systems, which is said anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So that was pretty much his theory. The Murphy's Golden Law is whoever makes the gold makes the rules. And then what is the opposite of a Murphy Law, which is the Thunstrom Law, which is a simple formula. Everything that will work will work. So it's kind of hard for some of the pronunciation, but this other law that is opposite of the Murphy Law is instead of everything going wrong, it would go right. But that's just a little bit of what is opposite. And then 4 Murphy laws is number 1 is nothing is as early as it looks. 2, everything takes longer than you think. 3, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. And 4, if there's a possibility of several things going wrong, the one that will cause the most damage will be the one to go wrong.
Sounds like my fucking ex, man. But no, I didn't know about that. There was another law that anything that can go right will go right. I've never heard that. I've only ever heard the Murphy's Law, right?
Right.
No, I've never heard of that.
I just included it as a fun fact. I didn't really go into researching it, but I was just oh, that'd be kind of cool to see what I guess it was something that was made later after Murphy's Law.
So, I mean, it's a possibility. I don't know. I really, Murphy's Law fucks you. It fucks you every time, no matter what you do. You could try to do one thing right, and then 3 other things fucking fall right flat on your face. You had some examples, right?
Yes. An example is getting caught in the rain after washing your car. Oh my God, I don't know how many times I've done that. Not predicting the weather.
Every time I wash my car. Every time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was an example. Should I keep on going?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, another one is forgetting your phone charger when you need it the most. That's
no, think about it though. Every time you need a fucking charging cable, you can't find the brick. Every time you need the brick, you have you know what I mean? It's one or the other. Or you get that dumb shit like I do where you're looking for your glasses for 45 fucking minutes and they're in the fridge. Why are they in the fridge? Yeah, you all have them on your head. Mine are in the fridge. Why? I don't fucking know.
Nicotine vape all the time, and I'm always like, "Where did I put it?"
Terrible.
Well, I'm pulling a new one out.
Weren't we on a live and you were like, "Where the fuck did I put this?" Yeah. Couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know. I have a friend who knocks shit over all the time. So she you too. We were having I was on a video call and she knocked over the lamp like 4 times. They dropped her phone like 6. I'm like, how the fuck are you alive? Like, you literally fucked everything up within a matter of 38 seconds. And I mean, hell, it works.
Right.
Okay, let's go. What do we got?
Another one is experiencing a computer crash right before an important presentation. I don't know, like there was a couple times when I was in school and we had an older computer, like a desktop, and I don't know how many times we couldn't get the internet to work, dial-up wasn't working, whatever the situation was, and I couldn't get my report done. And I hated that situation. So that happened to me often.
I hated not being able to save the shit. Jimbo, you remember back in the day, and yes, Jenny, it was definitely you I was talking about there with dropping shit in 35 seconds. But do you remember the old like 3-inch floppy disks that you had to save shit onto?
Yes.
And you put it in, and like you went to go save the motherfucker, and then you thought you did, and then you put it back in to go get your fucking, and it's not there, and you're like, what the fuck happened?
Yes.
All that work gone. Now we have jump drives, and half the time
you had to
can
mix
get the jump
up with
drive.
like another floppy disk.
Oh, and did you remember that? I was like, what was it, like a fucking card catalog thing, right? Like it was like a hard plastic. You put all the shit in. It was absolutely wretched. It was absolutely wretched. But yeah, let's see. Andrew, welcome in. Bree, how we doing? What's next? What do we got next?
Waiting in a checkout line, and the line is moving the slowest.
You know,
like at the grocery
Well, how about when you
store,
switch lines?
that I was just
never switch lines because you're like, oh, that one's shorter, and you wait there longer. You're like,
right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I always love when you're like, oh, the line's moving really quick, and then you get the one fucking person that gets there, has some price check or some bullshit going on, and they're like, ma'am, it's all the way in the other side of the store. Can you check the price because it's supposed to be 50 cents cheaper? And you're like,
they
for
hate me at the
fuck's
grocery store.
sake.
When that happens to me, I go, leave it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
I literally have to like. They're like, "Oh, you want us to help you?" I'm like, "No," because I might not. I like sometimes put a little extra in. I only have so much money I can spend in the store. But yeah, people don't like being behind me. That's for sure.
Well, I don't mind. Like, it's always the one person that does the
No,
like,
I get what you're saying.
50,000 coupons too, right? Like they do like $700 in groceries. And I'm not knocking it. Save your money because in today's economy, $20 is $20. You know what I'm saying? We all have to suck good dick. I'm kidding. Anyway, it's just me or Maybelline, but the issue I have is like you wait until the very last second to pull out a wad of fucking coupons that are like this big, and you just slam them down like they're fucking cards and go count them.
Well, anymore you do that pre-hand online. You'll do the
quick clip.
The quick clip. Yep.
That's why I like BJ's. No, blowjobs before you all fuck it. BJ's wholesale.
I love BJ's.
You can pre-clip every coupon and everything and get it all squared away.
Yeah.
With Sam's Club now. With Sam's Club now, if you've got your card downloaded on your app, as you're shopping,
you just scan it and check out that way.
No way. That's nice.
They're like done. Yep. It's awesome.
Where the fuck do you live that someone's still writing a check? You still write checks?
It wasn't that long ago. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Wow. I haven't seen a checkbook in probably like 15 years.
I'm going to say it's probably been maybe like 4 or 5 years, but we used to always write checks for our bills because I was really hesitant on putting things online for a long time. And bills in a grocery store to write checks. It's just the way I grew up. So I was just like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, do you remember that? What was it? Applied math in school? Like they taught you how to like do a general ledger. No, not math. Yeah. Well, no. I mean, like there was like an actual class that we had in school where you would literally, have like a general, like your checkbook, and they'd show you how to write a check.
Yeah.
And they'd show you how to how to do all of that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it like they taught you how to do taxes. They showed you how to fill out these forms, and then they would always say, "Don't rely on a calculator because you're never going to have it in your pocket." The fuck is this?
Well, that's funny because all through grade school, up and even through high school, I am a little bit older than you guys. We weren't allowed to have a calculator. And until my senior year, my math teacher goes, go ahead, use them. You're just going to get the wrong answer quicker.
I mean, and that was the thing. Like they were so like against. They were so against the calculator being used. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely absurd.
The Casio wristwatch little calculator thing, and kids were on it, and they were like, nope.
I remember those.
Yeah, and then they would make you take them off. You couldn't go to class with that. Now they allow the kids with the fucking cell phone. It's like
now they give them laptops.
It's true. That way you can run them.
People still do write checks. I don't know. In Minnesota, okay, well, I don't know. Writing a check at the grocery store just like seems like fucked. I don't know. Yeah. Half the time now you're just putting the cash in the bottom. They're not even touching it anymore. Have you seen this shit?
I just started now using Apple Pay.
Really, Jimbo?
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I'm like, holy shit! I've had this on my phone for how long?
Yeah, my daughter used that at my 18.
Especially like at Wawa. Or like when I go through the
fuck Wawa. Fuck Wawa and fuck Carl. I said it. Okay. I mean, Sheetz is better.
No way, dude.
Sheetz is so much fucking better.
Their food is horrible though, man.
So's Wawa. It's like, look, you're like taking a turd and polishing it and going, hey, this is Wawa.
You know who I think we can all agree on who is the worst is that Royal Farms.
Yes, that is bullshit. I'd rather eat my own fucking turd.
As soon as you get in a parking lot, it smells like greasy chicken. And I'm like,
that restaurant.
They just built one 2 years ago. The parking lot's empty all the time. I don't even know how they're still open.
I wouldn't even fucking listen. That's like
people aren't even getting gas there.
Everybody's always talking about like churches or what is it?
Here.
Canes. Buc-ee's. That's a different type of fucking gas station.
That is. It's amazing.
What's the next one, Nicole?
Next one is the moment you're running late, you get stuck in a massive traffic jam.
Or how about this? You're running late for work, you get in your truck or your car and you're like, fuck, I gotta get gas. I'm on E. I meant to leave early to go get gas and now I'm running late and I gotta get gas.
Yes,
I do that.
I experience
2-3 times a week I do that.
Or you're taking the kid to school or whatever.
And I'm like, fuck, I gotta get gas.
Yeah.
And then you calculate, all right, can I get there, drop the kids off, and then hit a gas station?
I don't know. It's like every time I think I have a full tank, I don't. And then I'm running late. That's always when I have to like get gas. Then I leave the fucking gas station, forget the can of chew. Then I forget the fucking Red Bull. I'm like stopping all the way down the route. And it's legitimately Murphy's Law. Legitimately.
I did that tonight. I went and got a snack wrap, got my vitamin water, checked out.
Hey, Misty.
Got to the truck and went, I forgot my dip.
Oh, it pisses me off.
Because I'd have to wait in line. So I went through the quick checkout and I went, shit, I forgot my dip. So I went back.
Andrew, you ain't fucking wrong. You ain't wrong. It does. It smells like a barn full of piss.
Not unless you went to a Buc-ee's. People stop there just to use the bathrooms or so.
No, yeah. He's not talking about Buc-ee's. He's talking about the other one.
Yeah.
Hi, Candace. How we doing?
Hello, everybody. And real quick, not to go back too far, but with the laptop thing, one thing I'm always doing is I'll leave the house, grab all the
there's
stuff,
like no gas stations anywhere in the country.
Put it in my laptop bag, get to work, get everything out, and I have my charger at the house.
Oh, I did that at the office the other day. I got all the way the fuck down there, and I had none of this shit to hook the computer up. And I'm like, well, I brought my laptop. You know, I was so worried about bringing all the rest of this shit into, get rid of it. But
I got that old ass laptop to where without it being plugged in, it'll last like 40 minutes.
Oh, it's a desktop. What are you talking about? I have one of those. The cell on the battery, they don't even make them. They don't make them anymore.
No.
It's
remember
terrible.
those Apple color ones? I like those desktops. Those are cool.
Oh, they were the Mac machine, wasn't that what
Yeah.
it was called?
I like the Apple Mac.
Here you go. The first computer I ever had was a used Radio Shack Tandy that
Shut the fuck
we
up.
would sit for hours at night typing in programs just to hit enter, and would do like different color starbursts on the screen, and we thought that was amazing.
Thought it was like the coolest shit, right?
We're going to be scientists someday.
Hey, you know what? I blame it on Weird Science. Remember that movie? Weird Science? That was the movie.
Problems on your head.
Right? You have to put it on or it won't work. Okay, Nicole, what we got up next?
Another one is spilling something on your new shirt just before a big event.
100% every
Oh
time.
my God, I do it all the time. I get makeup on my shirts right before I go live. I hate it.
Do you know why I don't wear white? Literally.
Yeah.
The only reason
Dark colors.
everywhere. I have the green hoodie I was going to wear tonight. I go and put it on. I literally took a bite out of my fucking dinner right down the center. I'm like, you motherfucker. I was so goddamn mad. And it's just like, and you can't help but fucking laugh, right? Like you just want to choke the shit out of somebody. And you're like, oh, this is why I don't fucking buy light colors. And then you're like, but I'm the one who fucking did it.
Right.
So
and then sometimes you can't get those stains out.
No.
So in our family, it's known that if my mother or my cousin makes scampi sauce or aioli, you're wearing an old t-shirt because you're going to get oil spots on your shirt.
Everywhere.
All the time.
We got one gas station from my house about 10 miles. The other is 15 about 15 closest to Walmart is 25 near me. Jesus Christ.
I know, girl.
You're
I
out.
cannot. We forget gas. I guess. I mean, yeah.
That's
I live in the country. At least we got like 3 gas stations.
Get diesel. Get a diesel.
Diesel.
You brought a portable desk to an interview?
I did for an interview.
Jesus.
Wait, what?
He said he did a portable desk. I did that on a trip, a portable desk, and I did that for an interview.
Nice.
I don't know, like drop shit on his shirt, I'm assuming. Like that's always the worst. You're nervous, you're fucking maybe I'm wrong. But he said no. What do you mean no? The safe word is yes. So oh God. Anyway, no, I did that. I was running late. I had to be at court, and I had my dress shirt on. I had a coffee in my hand, and I went to go turn the wheel, and I hit a little bit of a fucking pothole because that's literally swimming pools in Pittsburgh, right? Hit the fucking pothole. The coffee goes right down my fucking shirt, my suit, and everything. And I'm like, I got to rock this in court. I have no other choice. I have to go to court. If I don't, they get off. That's not going to happen. I got to go to court. And I went and I had coffee down, and like, I'll never forget that the attorney was like, look, he's a complete mess. He doesn't even know. And I was like, you just shut your mouth, sir. And I got held in contempt just for the day, but it was what it was. I thought it was harder, Daddy. I wouldn't have said that to the judge. No, it's safe word. I know.
I picked up on that right away.
It's okay. No, of course, I picked up on it too. Oh, you did it with your charger and everything, and you just said, I got you. Oh, man. But yeah, those are the worst. Like, or you go to take a shit. You ever had this Murphy's Law bullshit? Like, you go to take a shit in your house. You're sitting down. You're like, almost done with it. You look over at the toilet paper because who the fuck looks at the toilet paper before you sit down?
Oh, and there's no fucking toilet paper. What
and then you're doing the fucking shit waddle, like to try to go get where the toilet, because the toilet paper is never stored right next to the toilet. Why? That would make perfect fucking sense. No, you hide it in a fucking closet, clean across the other side of the room.
My kid will take the last roll for her bathroom, and then I'll go in there to try to grab it, and it's gone.
And you're doing the duck walk, right? Like, because you're like, oh God, like I don't want shit to come out, but I also don't want my cheeks to go because then I got to take a shower. Maybe this is fat people problem.
It's the worst.
It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. Or you think you have, like, this is the best living with people, and you think like you have one thing left. You're like, yeah, I know I have that fucking candy bar. I hid it. I made sure no one fucking found it. And
it's
you go to
not
fucking
there.
get it's fucking gone. And you're like,
God,
this was the
you can't
only
find it.
thing I was looking forward to the whole day because I ain't getting blown in my house and there ain't nobody here fucking me. So that fucking Snickers bar is the only joy I got during the day. And I'm going to look for it and it's gone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're madder than a motherfucker. You're like, look, no blowjob. I didn't get fucked. There ain't no doggy, and I have no Snickers. I'm an angry bitch.
Happens.
You could just call me fucking Betty White. I'm just saying.
Slap my ass and call me Betty White.
Either that or Sally, one of the two. Just not Diddy because he enjoys it. What's the next one?
We kind of said this one. Misplacing your keys or wallet just when you need to leave in a hurry.
Oh,
I've walked around with my keys in my hand.
Oh my God, or in my jacket or my purse.
do you
Can't
ever
find 'em.
remember? You're ever like you're running around and your kid's watching you, and it's in your hand, and you're like, "We have to go, we have to go!" Like we're gonna be late for the fucking sports, and you're screaming and yelling, and you're like, "Where the fuck is?" And they're like, "What are you
And they'd be
looking
like,
for?"
"It's in your hand, Mom."
Nah. See, they wait. Some of them wait, right?
Oh.
You're looking and you're like, where the fuck is my phone? And they're like, I don't know. And you're like, you were the last one on the fucking phone. And meanwhile, you're holding it in your hand, you're pointing at them, like, I know you know where it is. Give me my fucking. And you're like, and then you realize 20 minutes into it because they're belly laughing at you like you're a fucking asshole. And you're like, shut the fuck up and get in the car.
I've had this scenario happen probably at least twice with my ex-wife to where we both had Chevy key rings and they were close enough. And we would have to jockey around and move vehicles for one person to leave. Mm-hmm. Well, I would go move her vehicle, go back in the house, get my keys, go and leave for work. Like an hour later, she's like, please tell me you have my keys. I'm like, why would I have your keys? I don't have your keys. Yep, in my pocket.
Oh, no.
Then I try to tell supervisor, I need like 40 minutes to run to the house to give my wife her keys. That happened to me at least twice that I can remember. And I'm like,
okay, well, I've been putting groceries into a car and then leaving the keys in the trunk.
Oh.
And closing it and having to call somebody to okay. So now I just leave it in my jacket.
Here you go. You want a good one of this bullshit? So I leave. I go to Connecticut. Okay, I leave. I got a buddy that came up from Florida, comes and picks me up. We're headed to Connecticut to go visit somebody, right? So I'm not even driving, right? So I have a ride back, right? I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I don't need to worry about that. I got a ride back. Okay, cool, no big deal. All of a sudden, he's got to go home. There's an emergency, and I got to drive myself home. Right?
Now you gotta find a way home.
So I'm like, son of a bitch, I gotta rent a car. No problem. So it's a fucking Sunday. I rent the car 1 hour before they fucking close. And they give you both keys, right? Both fucking keys, both key fobs are on one fucking thing with a huge steel ring around it, right? And I'm holding it on my thumb and I'm carrying all this shit to the car, right? And it's this little fucking Kia Forte, right? And I pop the trunk and I put this shit in. And as I go to close it, the key slips off my hand. The trunk goes down and closes it. So I call Enterprise. I'm like, yo, what's the fuck's up? I locked my keys in the car. Could you come and get it 4 hours? I'm in fucking Connecticut. I'm like 16 hours away from home. Are you fucking kidding me?
What was the weather?
And $300.
Yeah. Oh, right. And then it was like, and a blowjob, left kidney, the firstborn name, the whole fucking night. And the guy, I don't even know what his fucking name was, Sally from fucking Uzbekistan or whatever. But he literally, and I'm not even fucking kidding. He literally goes, okay, we'll be there in a moment. What do you mean fucking moment? Give me a fucking time. What do you mean moment? What fucking moment? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to call the police. Sounded like a sound idea. Sounded like a great idea. Called. Oh, no. They opened it. Oh, they opened it.
Our department had a strict policy that we would not do that.
Yeah. Well, this was
liability on damaging vehicles.
Well, and this was Connecticut. So, like, I had the rental insurance, the whole 9 yards. I had to sign the paper that if there was any damage, the whole 9 yards, I was liable. Cool. Fine. Fantastic. They told me I had to prove that the car I rented, my wallet, my phone, everything's in the fucking car. So they're like, well, we need you to prove it. How the fuck am I supposed? What do you want from me? My license? Oh, you mean sitting right there where you could see my face on the front fucking seat? So I go, look, could you just give me the damn Slim Jim, leave it on the ground, walk over there, I'll pop the damn thing, and easy peasy. And he's like, well, we don't have. I said, listen, the bladder bag and the little fucking hand crank. Okay, we both know what I was talking about. Just leave it the fuck there. So he puts it down on the floor, and I'm sitting there like an asshole, looking like I'm stealing my own fucking car in Connecticut, popping this shit open. And I get it finally open, and what does it do? It sets off the whole fucking car alarm. You can't get it off because I can't get the trunk open because for some reason it was jammed. I had to climb through the back seat, my fat ass, through the little fucking hole in the back seat, reaching my arm through, trying to grab the keys on the other side.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
and they're watching outside
Yeah.
going, if you don't prove that you rented this car, we're tasering you in about 5 seconds.
No way.
Yep. In Connecticut at like 12 o'clock at night.
In Connecticut.
I got a great one for you, and it's Murphy's Law, but it wasn't on me, but I witnessed it, and I felt so bad. It was in the courthouse parking lot. We get calls that
on that doorknob.
that somebody's breaking into a vehicle out front. So two of us drive around out front. We see this maybe early mid-20s male, and there's glass on the ground. He's trying to get in the vehicle. We're like, yo, what's going on? What's happening? He goes, man, I locked my keys in my car. I can't find my keys. I must have locked them in the car. He goes, let me show you. Like, all my stuff's in here. And then he's sitting in the driver's seat. He's going, how did somebody get my car? All my shit's gone. Like, my change. I had all this change. Like, and we're like, wait. Something's not adding up. Blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden he goes, my spare tire. Because it was like a hatchback. I had like a little spare tire. He's like, oh my God. We're like, what? He goes, this is my car. We're like, wait, all right, get out of the car. We're like ready to cuff the kid up. So now we're looking around. I bet you 6 spots down, same vehicle, same color, had the spare tire on the back, the whole 9 yards. And he goes, there's my keys. Right, sitting like, so he did lock his keys, but in his car. So we're like, you're not going anywhere. We put the license plate over the intercom system in the courthouse. Here it comes out. It's an attorney.
Oh, tell me it was for his case.
No, but he goes, listen. And the kid's like crying. He goes, man, I'm so sorry. And we're like, look, you can, same vehicle, same color, same everything. Like, you could see it was a mistake. And he goes, listen, you pay to get the window fixed, and I'm cool with it. So we waited there. He called like a safe light kind of thing. They came out an hour or two later, fixed it. And he goes, it's fixed. He goes, I'm good. We did a little report. They each got a copy. And the kid's like, he's like, oh my God, I thought I was going to jail. I just got out of court. I thought I was going to jail. And I was like, this has got to be one of the funniest fucking things. We pulled it up on video. We're watching the video and everything.
Please tell me you checked what he went to court for. Tell me it was Grand Theft Auto. Tell me it was fucking Grand Theft Auto.
Because then, a side note to that, he called his father to come, hey, listen, because it was his father's car. And I knew his dad. And he's like, man, and I go, no, the attorney's cool with it. He said, just pay for the window to get fixed, clean it up, and he's totally cool with it. And his dad was cool. The kid was shooken, but talk about Murphy's Law. Total true story. And he left. He left. The other car got fixed. But I'm like, what are the odds that you just get it, you're hyped up. You're like, oh my God, my key! I locked my keys in the car. He took a piece of asphalt from the parking lot to bust the window. Somebody in the parking lot called our dispatch. Was like, yo, there's a kid breaking into cars in the courthouse parking lot. And the parking lot's huge. It'll hold like 1,000 vehicles. You know what I mean? It's because it's a prosecutor's office, the criminal courts. It's
oh my God.
And 6 cars down, same aisle, his car, same make, model, color, everything.
I mean,
but then you could see the difference. It's like he had the wheel on the back, like the spare tire. The other guy didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it though. When you're panicked, you just got out of court.
Right,
like you're not thinking right.
Yep.
It's like when you get out of the hospital. I didn't do the same shit, but I got into someone's vehicle.
Everybody felt bad for him. Everybody.
Wait, what do you mean you got in someone's vehicle? It's someone else's vehicle.
So. Yeah. So I'm coming out of the fucking hospital. I had my first heart attack, right? I drove my ass to the hospital. I get to the hospital. I had somebody come and pick up the car because I didn't know if I was staying overnight. Right. Then, like 2 hours later, they're like, "You're fine. Have a good day. Bye." I'm like, "I just had a fucking heart attack. Like, you let me." They're like, "No, you can go home." I'm like, okay, cool, great, fantastic. So I called my buddy for my ride. I thought he was bringing my car. No, he was bringing his car. So here comes the Jeep, right? Jeep Grand Cherokee, black, Laredo, about 2000, 2001. I'm all fucked up and God knows what they gave me. Like I could barely see straight. I just had a fucking heart attack. And I'm looking at the car. I don't even think about it. I open the car door. I get into the car. I close the door. I go, man, we really need to get the fuck out of here. These people are trying to fucking kill me. We're going to another hospital. And I turn to look at my buddy, and it's this Indian woman with her 3 kids in the back that I just cursed in front of. And then I went, fuck. And he's laughing his ass off in his Lincoln, honking the horn, going, hi, jackass. I was so pissed and so embarrassed. Like Ubers, cabs, different story. That shit happens. It is what it is. But you get into this in this state where it's 2A. I was surprised I wasn't fucking shot.
Yeah. I did that coming out of Cumberland Farms. I was in my wife. I was in my ex-wife's vehicle. She had an older white Escalade. So I've got like the little snacks and stuff around at Cumberland Farms real quick. Get out. Now I'm standing next to the driver door going, what the fuck, man? Like her key fob isn't working. I'm like, great. What the hell? Here a couple comes out of the restaurant. It was like a strip mall with like 4 little businesses in it. They come out of the restaurant next door. They're like, "You're all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." My key fob ain't working. And he goes, "Yeah." Beep beep. And I went, "Wait a minute, what?" I was like 2 cars down from him. I'm like, "Dude," and he goes, "Funny." I go, It's my wife's car." I go, I came out. I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're not thinking." Boop boop boop. And he was like, "Okay, weirdo." Embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And I'm like, yeah, my fucking key fob won't work.
Oh my god, I know I'm gonna fucking regret this, Carl. What are you trying to fucking say, Carl? What about you? What about the tow truck?
So, I worked for a tow truck company, and
Hello, Carl. Hello, Carl.
And one of my buddies hooked up a car being impounded. As soon as he got to the top, this cable snapped, the car came right off, right into the patrol car.
Carl, can I ask you a really serious question?
Sure.
Was this your white Econoline van that said free candy and Wi-Fi and puppies that slammed into a cop car? Is this why you have to hide off screen all the time?
No.
No, we don't want to see you. Get back down into your hole. Anyway, I don't know.
This happened 3 times in 3 months. Same tow truck driver, same cop. And he's like, is this an omen?
Same fucking cop?
Yep.
I know you fucking lying. I know that. Mm-mm.
No, I'm not.
The same cop. Like, what kind of dumbass? Hold the fuck on. So after the first one, he didn't get fired. The second one didn't get fired. The third one didn't get fired.
Third one, he finally got fired.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Carl is real. Carl's real. We keep him in his hole, though.
It's the man behind the curtain.
Keep him in his cage.
Don't worry about the man behind the curtain.
Listen, he likes being tied up. Don't let him lie to you. Anyway.
Every once in a while, we got to bring out the gimp.
Shh, get back in your home.
Bring out the gimp.
Don't make me rub your nose in the pee on the carpet. I will do it. We love you, Carl. We're just I knew you were a pussy. Anyway,
oh my god.
Nicole, what's the next one you got for us?
This one is a lot of mechanical repair. After your hands become coated with grease, your nose will begin to itch and you'll have to go to the restroom.
100%. You know what the problem is?
Right.
I'm a guy. I didn't give a flying fuck. I ate my sandwich. I went to the bathroom. I had grease all over me. I took a shower afterwards. I don't miss being a car mechanic at all. Fuck that job.
That reminds me of the old pirate joke. When the new Buccaneer was looking at the old pirate and he goes, "Wooden leg, what happened?" He goes, Tucky cannonball right to me leg. He's like, well, your arm, you got a hook for a hand. What happened? He goes, battling the gators down in the Everglades. He goes, well, you got a patch on your eye. How'd you get the patch? He goes, that was the first day with me new hook.
I was hoping you would have went with like, why does he have a peg leg and whatnot? No, but I love it. I love it. With the first hook, Jesus Christ.
Puts the lotion on.
Yeah, look, I don't want to know what Buffalo Carl does down there. We leave him be. We just don't ask questions. No, we love Carl. We do. But fuck Carl, but we do.
Yep.
God, no. I mean, the always had that fucking. The other thing is, remember our like former career paths, and you get all fucking dressed. What was the first thing you had to do as soon as you got that fucking belt on, right? As soon as you left the house, you're like, God damn it, I gotta pee. And then you got to take all this shit off and just to pee, and then you got to make sure you have somebody there, like it's a buddy system and shit. Oh God, it was fucking awful.
After a month or two, you realize you just pull the zipper down and whip her out and just piss.
Right, and if you get it on, you fuck it. You're gonna deal with nasty shit anyway coming down the pipeline, so it is what it is. But I don't know. When I was stripping, that was the worst. I'll tell you what. Going on that pole and then having to fucking pee, and you're up there for 3 fucking songs. Fuck that noise. You have no idea how many times I thought I had to piss into a fucking bottle. Speaking of which, nobody's figured out the name at all. So, unfortunately, I guess that competition has run its course. Just saying. Still not telling anybody what the stripper name was. But Jimbo's the only one who knew, so that he can hold me accountable if somebody actually guessed it and I wanted to be a dick. And don't fucking ask him. And Jill, if you even fucking bothered him, I swear I'll tell him to shut his phone off and block you. And it'll happen.
You'll never know.
I saw enough videos to be done. Exactly, right? We fuck speakers. I hope nobody. Well, I do hope somebody's fucking Carl. That's everybody should get fucked at least once. Not like, proper fucked, just royal fucked. Anyway, Nicole, what do we got next?
This one's a law of gravity. Any tool when dropped will roll to the least accessible corner.
10mm socket.
Yes. This one is law of probability. The probability of being watched is directly proportional to the stupidity of your act.
I can see that.
Yeah. This one is a law of random numbers. If you dial a wrong number, you never get a busy single and someone always answers.
You know what? How many people in the chat? There's 3 people in the chat. Somebody give me 3 numbers. Somebody give me 3 numbers, and somebody give me 4 numbers. Let's try this.
I talked to him.
I'm about to.
They're like, hey, is Joseph there?
I'm gonna be like, yo, is there Carl?
I'm like, no.
Ask them if their refrigerator's running.
So I got 206. Who's the next one? Come on.
456.
456. We need 4 more. Chat. We need 4 more. Who we got? Anybody? Bueller?
Oh, this one's a bad one.
Hold on. Let's. Anybody? No. Mackey's gone. We're all gone. Okay. Nicole, give me 4 numbers.
7777.
This is gonna be a god.
All right, 7991.
7991. It's Washington State. Oh.
Luck of the draw.
No, it hung up on me. Like, it's not even on.
Yeah,
it's just
a number.
That's not a number. That's one of them call center numbers.
The back in the day, back before you had like even caller ID, we would call like pizzerias,
and
we would call them and go, "Hey, Joe's Pizza, pick up your delivery." They're like, "Wait, what? what?"
We did with the Chinese food places. We'd call one and go, "I would like 1 order of dumplings, one order of this, one orders of that, one orders of this, two orders of that. Well, here, Jenny, between you and Andrew, figure out a number to put in the chat. I'll take this. Could you hold on 1 second? I'd call the other one and be like, yeah, okay, I'm ready to give my order. And you just flip the phones. Remember, you just take the receipt.
Somebody just did a post on that. Somebody just did that too recently.
We used to do that all the time.
To each other.
Yeah. Okay. So one order of fried rice, one order of roll, one ice cream, one this, one that, and then next thing you know, no, it's $14.85. No, $17.26, and they start fighting over the price.
Back in the '90s when I moved out west, I was living in Vegas for a while, and I was looking for haggis. Like I was looking for haggis. So I'm like, well, look at like
go to the strip club
or butcher shops, stuff like that. I swear, and this was the day right after like the Jerky Boys were popular, and like so all the prank calls were like popular. And this one fella answered the phone, and I won't imitate his feminine accent, but I was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for haggis to see if you guys sold haggis." He goes, "Oh, what is that? I don't know what it is." I go, "Well, it's a sheep's." I go, "They're not sheep stomachs anymore, but it's a Scottish sausage that you stuff into." He goes, "Oh, I like the sound of that, stuffing meat and this." And I'm like, "I'm not kidding around. Like, I'm not joking." He goes, like he thought I was like pranking him.
I'm not kidding around.
I was on the phone with this guy for like 10 minutes. I'm like, he goes, "No, we're a butcher shop and we can do that." He goes, "But no, I never heard of that." He goes, "I thought you were putting me on." I go, and he was like, he was digging in, and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, it's not a joke."
Jenny,
really
2 numbers, and Andrew, 2 numbers. Let's go. Let's see what we get. But no, I mean, like, I've done that. I've asked for like, "Could I get a pound of sausage?" And like, who wouldn't?
Yeah, baby.
Motherfucker, like, I'm calling aren't you a butcher shop? Yeah. Well, motherfucker, I want sausage, damn it.
So do I. Yeah, whoa.
Yeah, no, I don't care what your personal preference is. I want Italian sausage. Yeah, I like them big and hair. Shut the fuck up. Just give me the pork sausage. Oh, I'll call you pork. Fuck
now,
off.
if I did that at work, that would be my last day at work. That would be my last day at work.
Fired.
Yeah.
Absolutely fired. Absolutely fired. Okay, so we need 2 more numbers. That's it. 2 more numbers.
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for it.
Ensure quality service, and as a record of the call, your conversation may be recorded or monitored.
I'm not answering that. Your conversation will be recorded. You know what?
Before we get crushed.
Hold on a second. Yeah, let me just Google this number and make sure it wasn't like a police department or some shit.
Building that's now tracking you.
Right. It's the fucking NSA.
No way.
No, I was kidding about that.
Thank you for calling the Department of Homeland Security.
No, it doesn't. I bet you it's a collection agency. Nothing pulls up.
You know what pisses me off with them now is they'll call you with like a local number.
Yeah.
Like
ignorant
like
bastards.
My area code, a local town's first 3. And I'm like, oh, it's got to be like a Carver or somebody. This call's recorded. This is a collective. I'm like, motherfucker.
Here's the thing. Don't ever say yes and don't ever admit to who you are.
Talk to my attorney. My divorce. It's all my divorce decree. She's got to pay it all, motherfucker.
I'm just telling
you. Was that out loud? Was that out loud? I'm sorry.
That was out loud, but that's okay though. I mean, more power to you. At least we're not paying something for once. But no, but truthfully, right? But in fairness, if mic drop. But in all fairness, though, to be truthful, if they call you, right, and you say, and they go, "Hey, is this Jimbo?" and you go, "Yes," now you just admitted to the debt. So if you don't answer it, they can only legally try to call you for 6 months, and they need your social security number, which is why the first thing they always say is, "Can you verify the last 4 digits of your social?"
And they have to start the conversation with this is to collect a debt.
Exactly.
They have to start with that.
And if they don't do any of those three, they cannot collect that debt, and you don't have to pay it. Which is why
I just anyway.
some of the hospitals around here still I owe money to from back in 2024 or
Hey,
2004.
best thing about hospitals is, and I learned this in the 90s when I was rodeoing, as long as you give them like a minimum payment every month, they can't even send you collections.
Right.
I didn't have insurance. You go in a hospital every once in a while, $10 a month, maybe $20 a month, maybe $5 a month. But as long as you're making steady payments, hospitals cannot send you to collections.
Well, here's the other thing. Even if they do send you to collections, they've written it off there. So as long as you know what you're doing, the debt collector can't actually collect it, and it doesn't ruin your credit. The other thing is most hospitals have charity programs. So if you literally tell them, I can't afford this, they will break it down to the Tylenol and aspirin that you have to pay for.
They
2
were
years
not
ago-
explaining that shit to some 20-year-old fucking bull rider that came in
Oh,
with
no.
broken ribs and hematomas and shit.
No, they thought you were a cash cow at that point. No pun intended.
Oh, no. They knew that when we came in, we weren't paying shit, and they were going to get stuck with it because a lot of guys were from out of town, too.
Gotcha.
So they'd be like, what can you pay? A lot of times they're like, what can you pay? $50, $100, they write it off.
You're
And
getting
then
back.
they probably got paid from
From a charity,
a charity.
which is what ends up happening. You're getting back on a ladder. Don't tempt Carl with a good time. He's a nozzle nut over there.
Was that Jenny that was doing the Christmas lights?
Yes.
High fiver. That was a beautiful setting, man. Like cabin, snow.
Dude, she got all the lights on that fucking tree. Now she's got to do ribbon and balls. Yep, you heard me right.
Big balls too.
She
Small
said they're
balls.
pretty fucking big. They're almost like the size of a dodgeball.
Should have seen her cucumbers yesterday.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dude, her cucumbers were
Hey.
a fucking joke, though. Did you see those? Nicole, they were like the size of this fucking thing.
No, they were big.
She held it
I
up
was
to
at
her
the store
head,
today,
and
and
it
I
was-
was in the cucumber or whatever around, and I was like, dang.
Right. And she goes, oh, you should have watched our podcast from the other day when we talked about how household items can be. And I'm sitting there going, if someone stuffs that up their yammer hole, like it's going to get stuck. Like there ain't no way. Like the thing was like that fucking thing around.
No,
Like,
it was thick. It was thick.
That's when you exit out like a dealer at the end of their shift.
mm-hmm. Nicole looked at it and went, challenge accepted. I'm kidding.
That was a
She's
little
like-
big. I think I
She's
quit.
like, we're raffling another fucking chair.
Hey, I've been telling people to. I think Angel wants it.
Look, G. Morton wants it bad. Okay, do we have any more of the
I mean, I can give you a couple more if you want.
if you go to a couple
Okay,
more,
let's go.
let's do this
And-
while you're doing that. Carl, fuck, god damn it, Carl. Cue the
Okay,
video.
so another one, law of the
Oh,
alibi. If
hold
you tell
off
your
the-
boss you were late for work because you had a flat tire, the next morning you'll get a flat tire. You know, I told my kids, or I've called them in like a couple times where I'm like, and they end up actually being sick or something like in those lines. I did say about a flat tire, and I ended up getting a flat tire 2 days later.
Did you hear about that woman who got fired from her corporate job because of that?
No.
Yeah, so she goes, I'm out sick. I can't make it into work. Well, she went to a Taylor Swift concert
Shut
and
up.
ended up, I swear to
Right.
God, listen, you
And
remember
tell
this,
me
right?
she posted herself on social media being
She didn't post herself on social media. She
Went
was
live.
no. This was before like TikTok's thing, right? So it was right at the beginning of COVID, and she didn't take any pictures of herself. She actually, even in her interview, said that she made sure that all of her locations were turned off. She posted random pictures of her sick in bed. But the news camera caught her when she got brought on fucking stage to meet Taylor Swift in
Oh,
front of hundreds
shit.
of people and then got fired. And then sued her employer for wrongful termination, claiming that it was her sick day. And
Did
won.
she win?
I was going to
won.
say she probably won
She won, just like
Probably
the
won.
idiot from McDonald's with the hot coffee.
because if she was there after her hours of work, they can't do anything about it.
Right, even if you're called off sick. But if you're called off sick, it doesn't matter. If you, as long that's what protected sick days are, right? So
So-
is
We not to cut you off, sorry, but
No, go for it. Go for it.
so I retired in 2017.
Mhm.
2015, so I was with her for about 2 years. Our department started a well-being check. So if you called out sick, there was an officer driving by your house at least twice a day to make sure your vehicle was in the parking lot, in your driveway. And if you said, hey, I'm going to the doctor's office, you're like, call us when you're done. Give us your status. And we're like, this is HIPAA. We fought it with the unions. We fought everything. They're like, no, they really can't. But that's when all the unions were getting crushed because Christie and all, they're like,
Well, that was it.
oh, arbitration? Yeah, no. We're fire and heads of department. You can't. They're like, yeah, no, we can. It put a nail in the coffin of the unions of any kind of power they had with that kind of thing. But if you called out sick, you were getting a well-being check at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. And if your vehicle was gone all day, you get called. You're standing on a carpet.
Jesus. I don't see how they could do that though, legally. Like, that's protected health information.
But they consider it, there's a word for it when you fake an illness. Now, when I worked at the jail, if you called out sick, they asked for a reason. And we fought that. They're like, you can't ask. They're like, well, they can.
Well,
So
that I
I told
understand
everybody,
because that I
we're
get.
like, got the shits. So tell everybody you got the shits.
Well, see, that one I could understand because what if you contracted something that was inside the prison that can now go around the prison population? That is a health and safety wellness for the population. I get that. Fuck them, but
So
I get that.
there was, I'm trying to think of the word, not to get off subject, but there were words
Avoidance?
Nope. To where if you had an inmate that was, you could not know what illnesses or sicknesses that inmates could have. So we said the same thing. So then why don't the officers apply as well? It was, I forget the word, but you knew if they had the house in Vermont because they were by themselves. House in Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
They can't say they have it, but if they did, they kept them by themselves. But there was a word that was used and it was put on their area. And I can't think of this in my life right now, but that was all HIPAA. I'm like, if that protects them, it should protect everybody. And they're like, nope.
Right.
Nope.
Contagion.
No, it was a universal precautions.
Oh.
Universal precautions. And that meant anything from hepatitis to the house in Vermont to anything.
I mean,
you knew if you went into the area, you were in gloves, a mask, being careful that you don't get cut. You're not,
oh yeah, poke, stabbed. Yeah,
universal precautions. That's what that, and it would be a magnet sign right on the door, right outside their unit. But it should, but that should be for everybody.
It should be. Well, that's like during COVID. They were all like, "Do you have COVID?" I'm sick. Well, do you have COVID? Well, we have to quarantine you. Well, that's a violation of my HIPAA to tell you that if I have COVID or not. But that's a whole nother.
And each state had its own way to go around it. And Murphy here in New Jersey said, no, if you got it, you got to say you got it.
Right.
You put it out there. And we're like, really? That's fucking HIPAA, man. Like that's, well, if you don't tell, it's going to kill hundreds of people, thousands of people. And we're like, no, you take Mucinex and you're good. But anyway.
I love it. And Mucinex's good. I mean, it's good for when you sit.
You said that like you enjoy taking it. Anyway.
That'll clear everything up and you feel good.
No.
Listen, it'll dry you out like Ann Hesher's vagina. That's what it will do. It will literally take everything. Well, she's dead.
Well,
I mean,
she's
like
called fire, so it'd be real dry.
Well, she's dead, like dead.
I think she's still alive.
I don't know, with Michael Jackson and fucking OJ on an island somewhere of ill repute with that guy from the Book of Face. I called you out, buddy. What now? Anyway, Nicole, do you have any more? Because if not, we got the little surprise. Yeah, go ahead.
I have one thing to say if we're done with it, because
Yeah, I'm pretty much, we can save some for another day.
I have a way to battle Murphy's Law, and it's quick.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Positive thinking. as when you feel like you're down, and sometimes it's hard to do, try to find something good and anything in that day. Just be positive. Because I feel like whenever I can force myself to be positive, the day will wind up better. Something's going to wind up better. I feel like when you're like, fuck, this sucks and this and that, it builds up and it keeps happening. But when you're like, no, think positive, get that mindset in to move forward, be positive, think positive, talk to people positively because that helps. And I feel like that could probably help you battle Murphy's Law.
Probably because I'd be getting bitchy all the time. I'm like,
but you ever in that situation where you're just having
no, I've noticed it. Like when you're in a
good.
bad mood, your chat's off. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you know, there's the silver lining. There's the law of attraction. You put out what you get back.
It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. But if you can swing it, it does work. I believe it does work.
No, I think I agree.
I mean, I could swing it left to right, but it's only 9/16 of an inch.
You know, they're like, "Oh, you have a nice
It's
smile."
it barely even looks like it moves 9/16 of an inch. It's just kind of like if I try to do that helicopter, it just stands
it's
there.
not even a joke.
It's like the tip of your fingernail. Anyway, well, that's a good time to do this bad affirmation from thetirednurse.com. Then we'll go ahead and we'll play that little treat for you, and then we'll close it out and have a good night. So, badass affirmation of the day from thetirednurse.com. They only talk shit because they envy your fucking drive. Keep those miserable fucking pricks, or I'm sorry, keep giving those miserable fucking pricks a reason to.
Love it. Love it.
So that is that. Now, what we're gonna give you guys is a little taste of the interview with Zach and myself. We got a little teaser roll that I put out here. And then later tomorrow, we'll see the blooper reel I'll post on here where some shit went awry during the interview. Like mid-conversation, someone approached the vehicle he was in. And we'll divulge that later. And just for Mama Sin, just so that you're aware, Carl, roll Tide that clip. Well, pitter patter, let's get at her. This is Joe the Bull Guy here with Zach Watson, and we are doing our little promo video for our interview that we're doing later this week on Thursday, the 28th. So we have Zach over here. Zach, you want to tell him anything? Give him a little cliffhanger.
I know there's a lot of baseball in store, but I don't know. They'll have to be there to find out.
Well, come and get this and come and watch this recorded live. We are going to be the intimate side of Zach Watson. Oh, boy. Anyway, guys, check it out. We'll see you soon, and it will air on the 28th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you there. Pitter patter, get the fuck at her. Now, the beautiful thing about him, he's fantastic. His wife, even better, right? Like it was a hell of an interview. I can't wait to actually fucking meet them in person and in real life. It's going to be a blast because I'm going to either go see one of their games down in Texas or in Savannah and get some tickets and go. And I don't know, maybe we'll make a road trip. We'll get Nicole to come from where she's at over to us, and we'll head down and go interview them as a group and have some fun. We'll don't forget, guys, in the link in the bio, if you want to support the dream here, it's in there. It's the Cash App. Please don't hesitate. If you want to, make sure you subscribe and follow. Thank you for everybody here. Yo, flick that bean. So click that fucking link. But with everybody in here, there's a couple of y'all left still. Thank you so much for being with us, enjoying Murphy's Law fucking Monday. We'll be back again on Friday for Fetish Fucked Up Toy Friday. So we're gonna have some fun there. As always, that gets rowdy and dirty. Wednesday, though, we're gonna have no podcast. But we will have a video on Thursday dropped, and we'll have something on Wednesday dropped as well. So you'll see Zach's recorded live. Then we got Keith Bogdan getting released. That Rugby and Jail is the title of that podcast. That will be next Tuesday. And that's going to be a lot of fun because let me tell you, I don't know about the English with rugby, but jail sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun because it was rugby, jail, and a bar. So sounds like Jimbo and I's like Friday night, but
kind of go hand in hand sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I've never played rugby, but I played a lot of grab ass, so we'll see how it goes. Now, as always, Carl, it is that time of the fucking night. Why isn't this queuing up already, Carl? God damn it. This is why we fucking keep you in the scenes.